Okay, I'm on Tortola in the British Virgin Islands, and in between sailing charters, I'm at Sage Mountain National Park, and I'm going to take the hike up to the top of Sage Mountain, which is the highest point in the Virgin Islands. So it's about 1,700 feet, so should be a nice walk. I'm looking forward to some views down below, and good way to stretch the legs between spending time on the boat. So let's take a look and see how it goes. Okay, I am in Sage Mountain National Park. I'm doing the hike to the top of Sage Mountain, which is the highest point in the British Virgin Islands. Looks like some banana trees and a lot of lush jungle setting, and should be a really nice afternoon. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm hoping to get some good views of the surrounding areas from the top of Sage Mountain. So yeah, I've been laid over. Our group finished yesterday on our first charter, and wow, you can already see it's pretty spectacular views from up here. We had a great 7-day charter with a family, 6 people, and yesterday afternoon I came over to Cane Garden Bay, where I kind of hang out for a couple days in between trips, catch up, rest. They're quite busy trips for me because I do the sailing, I help show them all the sights, snorkel with them, everything else, and I even cook the meals. So I'm cooking breakfast, setting out all the lunches, and cooking 3 dinners on board. So it's quite busy for me, and it's nice to have a little relax. And now I'm going to take a hike here at Sage Mountain. Like I said, it's the highest point in the Virgin Islands, so when we come to Cane Garden Bay with the groups, I'm thinking if people are wanting to do a hike, it's a nice thing to offer them. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this dog doesn't attack me. Just kidding. Well, it is a very beautiful walk. It's quite overgrown with the forest. So I'm gonna go for a viewpoint that I saw back here a little way, but you're not coming to a high point at the end. It's basically a high point of the hike and the top of Sage Mountain, which is the highest point in the Virgin Islands, including the British Virgin Islands. Just happens to be in the BVI. From that point, it's overgrown with the jungle, with the lush vegetation you see all around me. So you're not coming to a high point where you see all the views down onto the water anyway. So it's beautiful nonetheless. So the hike, the trail is nice, in nice shape. It's an easy walking trail. The vegetation is really beautiful. I guess one of the things that is nice about it is you're in shade the entire way, where if you were out in the exposed, it'd be quite hot down here. So nice to have the canopy of the forest shading you from the hot sun during the day. So we'll see if we can get a shade break from the vegetation up here. I saw a couple different spots that kind of go to little points. See if we can get a spot there where we can see a little further, and then maybe I'll fly the drone if I can as well along the way here to get some bigger views. Okay, we made it to the high point, although the view looks kind of like what you see around me here. There's not much of a view because it's all grown in. which is nice. It's a beautiful trail, super lush vegetation. You can see the trail itself is really nice hiking. It's a little rough here and there at the end, or there's some down trees you got to kind of sneak under, but it really is a great way, you could say, breaking a nice little sweat here because it's quite humid, but it's super comfortable and nice walk. It's about 5 o'clock at night. It's overcast skies right now, but even if it wasn't, the lush forest here would shade you from the sun, which is quite nice. So if you're in Cane Garden Bay and you're looking for something to do to hike around a little bit in the national park, Sage Mountain National Park in the British Virgin Islands, it's a really nice way to take a few mile hike. And there's a lot of little side spur trails too that you could go explore. Spend a couple hours up here maybe hiking around, get off the boat for a couple hours, then make your way back down to Cane Garden and have a swim on the beautiful sandy beach. But I'm not complaining. It's a really nice hike and a really beautiful area, really well protected. A couple benches along the way, but other than that, just a beautiful hiking trail. Okay, this is Lookout Shelter. Basically a nice little hangout spot, a lookout. And when you come through, you got nice views of Norman Island over here. You can see the bight there with the boats in it out there. Then we've got Peter Island straight ahead with the Great Harbor. Then you've got Dead Man's Chest out there to the left. Then you'd have Ginger Island, and then you'd have Cooper Island up above though. So really nice view of Norman Island out there to the right, I guess a little bit right of the screen, and 12 o'clock would be Peter Island. Beautiful. You know, after a week on the boat, snorkeling, walking around on beaches and hanging out, it was a nice walk for sure on a nice hiking trail. There's I didn't see a person in there, which is pretty cool, and it sure is beautiful. If you look at, you know, the trail that you're walking down, it's really lush and gorgeous all around. So I'd say it was worth the short drive. You do have to drive up here from Cane Garden Bay. It is like a really steep, narrow road, and new meaning to steep, narrow. It's very steep road where they even have to beep their horn on some of the corners for traffic coming the other way. So a short taxi ride up here from Cane Garden Bay to the national park entrance. It's free to come in here, and you can just take a nice hiking trail on with an easy pair of sneakers or whatever you've got with you. But nice way to stretch the legs. You do have a couple okay viewpoints. I think there's viewpoints that are better when you get out of here back down onto Cane Garden Bay, but for a hiking trail, it's really a beautiful hiking trail and a nice way to get out and break a little sweat and have a nice walk, and notably hit the highest point in all of the Virgin Islands. So from Sage Mountain National Park, I think I'm going to go enjoy the sunset.